Alright. So do we want to go hang out with Yukari or Ken now? Let's just go in order. Filming. Location.
Here we go! Feathered chain! Phoenix Rangers!
Featherman victory! So, you've come to fight me, Featherman!
Huh. Merlion, the evil forces have fallen! Stop here!
How dare you oppose me? Minion Leagues, get them!
Yeah.
No, 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 no!
Merlion, prepare for justice!
Don't be so sure.
Everyone, I've had enough of this! Ultimate arrow! It's over!
And cut.
Perfect. What a take.
Thank you very much.
Well done. That looked really great. Can somebody get wardrobe, please? No, there was something else. I think that's a wrap.
I like how well they really capture the Power Rangers Super Sentai feel there.
Let's take a 10-minute break.
When the director calls us out, the tension in the area dies away. I make my way to the simple tent used as our break room and take a sip of my drink. My scenes for today are done.
I'm tired.
You're on a roll, Featherpink.
Huh? Do you think so?
The directors had nothing but good things to say, too. Looks like this will have a positive effect on your main job. Speaking of your next shoot,
My main job. My real job's supposed to be studying in college. I wipe the sweat from my brow as my manager excitedly tells me about the schedule for my next gig. I'd always had an interest in fashion, so I started taking modeling jobs as a way to earn some pocket money. Do people really say earn pocket money? Nah. It's pretty tough since I've had to do things like pose in the middle of winter in just a t-shirt, but thankfully I've been able to get a steady flow of commissions now. Trying to manage both classwork and my job as a model was already hard enough when my manager applied for an audition for a live action show without my consent, claiming that I should broaden my work horizons. When I mentioned I had practiced archery in high school, it really got their attention. It all made sense to me when I learned that Featherpink's weapon would be a bow and arrow, though. As a result, I ended up as a protector of Earth in a kids' superhero show, starting this year. While my acting work makes use of different expressions in my modeling career lets me dress up in a lot of different clothing, it kind of makes me feel like I'm changing who I am too. It's insanely busy, but it's fulfilling and fun. And yet...
what's wrong? Something troubling you?
Oh, not really.
I checked my cell phone, but Matsuru-senpai still hasn't sent me a response. I have tomorrow off, so I'd emailed her earlier asking if she'd like to spend some time with me and go shopping. She's been contacting me less and less often recently, and when she does, it's because of shadows. I am one of the Shadow Operatives, a group established by Mitsuru-senpai. I understand that she wants us all to be able to have normal lives, and she said that she wouldn't hesitate to ask for my help if she ever needed it. But it still seemed to me that she was taking everything on by herself. That attitude didn't satisfy me, so I forced her to add me to her team. However, unlike I guess any other official members, I'm part of a special unit that only gathers in emergencies, trusted with immediately subduing shadows by force. What did she call it? The auxiliary staff? Something like that, anyway. It's wonderful that there have been no situations that called for us to be dispatched, and even if something like that did arise, the official Shadow Operatives are all excellent. There's no need to worry with the likes of Akihiko-senpai and I guess around, but...
Is it really that hard to just send back a reply? It's Golden Week, for God's sake.
What's this? Don't tell me you've got some boyfriend trouble.
Oh, no, it's nothing like that.
We normally talk when we see each other, so I've never doubted my friendship with her. Still, when things remain unsettled, it's unsatisfying. Maybe you have to get on her case about taking everything on all by herself again. Huh? There's something loud going on outside.
What? What's this helicopter doing here? Was there a helicopter in this shooting script? Huh?
As the sound gets closer, the tent's walls and roof begin to undulate within the intense wind. When I rush outside, I see the crew are all looking up and causing a commotion. When I look up, there's a black helicopter descending towards the ground, dangling a rope ladder. The lady in the pilot's seat sees me and gestures me towards the ladder. Oh. At that moment, it all becomes clear. I only know of one person who would do this.
I'm glad she came, but she's making too big of a scene.
I'm completely astounded by the utter absurdity of the situation, but before I know it, I'm already running towards the ladder. That was really quick. Alright, let's go see what Ken's up to. Playing some soccer or football, wherever you are at. Corner kick. Quite a header for a goal there.
Man, you were amazing.
Thanks for cheering for me.
You're a real hit with the ladies.
I'm gonna get going for today.
Okay, you better be this good next time, too.
Leave it to me.
I'm so good I don't need a number on my jersey. Dog.
I'm home, Coromato.
So is Ken just living at the old dorm by himself? That's the real question here. Maybe we'll find out. There's some time until dinner, so I decide to leave the dorm again with Koromaru. This Gekkoukan dormitory is where we live. It was briefly closed after Mitsurusan and the others graduated. All the equipment from a few years ago was removed, of course. But with the increase in students at Gekkoukan, they decided to reopen the dorm. I applied for a room as soon as I heard. The reason I did was because of Koromaru. He had been in Aigis-san's care, but at this dorm he'd be allowed to live with me. Also, to be honest, I felt that living here lets me stay close to my companions who are fighting even now. Back then, everyone took turns walking Koromaru. Now, it's my job. The path to the nearby Naganaki Shrine is Koromaru's usual route. Koromaru's he's quite old for a dog, but as he trots along at his usual pace, along our usual path, it makes me think for a moment that all the fighting back then was just a dream. Only when I'm watching Koromaru walk like this can I forget everything and feel a little at ease. We pass through the gateway at the entrance and step onto the shrine grounds. Since it's nearly sundown, there's nobody but us at this serene grounds. I sit down on a bench inside of myself. Koromaru notices, though, and immediately rushes over to nuzzle my leg.
It's nothing, Koromaru.
Even while I'm saying it, I'm sure Koromaru can see through my words. I can't understand him in the same way Aigis-san can, but even I can tell what Koromaru is thinking. I pet Koromaru as he looks up at me with a worried whine, and I put my hand in my pocket to pull out the Shadow Operative badge that Mitsuru-san had given me. Koromaru wears the same badge on his collar.
Even if she gave me this, I know it's just for show. I bet everyone else is working hard right now.
This morning, I got a call from Sanada-san for the first time in a long while. It seems he had just come back to Japan from a year-long training journey. Wandering the world. I knew he was the kind of person who would put himself through anything in order to get stronger, but this is the sort of thing that you only hear about in stories. Sanada-san told me that he had gone to see Mitsuru-san directly after his return to this country, but had been immediately dispatched to an emergency. He's currently busy with that, so he just said that he would tell me more about his trip some other time. I know that being a shadow operative must be tough, but he seems so excited when talking about them. So it's like, I get these pin-up feelings inside.
I'm a member too, you know.
Kinemato's teenage angst. A member, yes, but only as part of a secondary unit that only gets called out in extreme situations. Being part of a special suppression unit has a cool ring to it that I like. But the official shadow operatives are each given a unique number. For example, Aige-san is member number 5. We don't have that. We're just auxiliary members. I haven't been called to action yet, and I doubt I ever will be until after I graduate high school. After all, I did promise Mitsuru-san that I would try to live out my childhood as much as I could.
I'm just for show too.
And following that promise to try as much as I could, I've been acting like a child on the surface. An average middle school student, studying, helping out with club activities, and even taking part in the student council. But I haven't officially joined any clubs. And the reason why is blah, 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 blah. I don't know why I can't read today. And the reason why is because I asked Mitsuru-san to call me for help if she ever needed me. I know that no organization under the police would be able to command an underage person, let alone someone in middle school. I'm only a shadow operative for show, and only a child for show. If this continues, I won't know when I'll ever be able to go back to who I really am.
Making my life my own is actually pretty hard. Sometimes I lose sight of what I'm supposed to be doing.
I think back on the words that the person who saved my life left me. I thought I'd come to understand them sometime, but as time passed, other emotions began to rear their heads.
It's completely dark now. We should head back home, Koromaru.
I wonder if I will be left behind like this. Would things actually be better if I just forgot about everything? Could I live with myself if I had the power to fight, but did nothing with it? I've been thinking a lot about that. I stand up from the bench and look across the dark, quiet temple grounds. I won't reach an answer just by thinking about it. I know that. But at that moment, Koromaru suddenly barks at me. It's been a while since I heard him bark like this. He's been getting more and more mellow these days. What's that sound? Some rhythmic noise is approaching from above. The wind becomes stronger and the trees around the temple begin to rustle.
That's...
I look up into the sky, and a bright light turns on high above. As my eyes adjust, I see a previously hidden black helicopter in the otherwise pitch black sky. It's like something out of a movie. Is it the military? No, that can't be right. As if to answer my doubts, a searchlight streams down, pinning shadows to the ground. Something's happened. That's my first thought. I don't know what, but for some reason, I sense elation rising up through my body.
Let's go, Koromaru.
I grip my shadow operative badge tightly and thrust it back into my pocket as I take a deep breath. I run towards the helicopter.